Alright, so we're going to find the X and Y-intercepts. Now we're all pretty familiar with finding the Y-intercept. Remember that this equation here is in slope-intercept form. So in order to find the Y-intercept, we just have to plug in 0 for X. So that would be Y equals 4 times 0 plus 8. And we can see right away that y equals 8. So our y-intercept is at 8. And if we want the exact coordinates, that would be 0, 8. Now finding the x-intercept is a little bit more tricky, but not too tough. We just have to plug in 0 for y. And that is because the coordinate for any x-intercept is x, 0. So let's plug in 0 for y, and we get 0 equals 4x plus 8. And then we're going to subtract 8 from both sides. There we go, so negative 8 equals 4x. Divide everything by 4. So divide by 4, divide by 4, and we get x equals negative 2. So our x-intercept will be at negative 2, 0. So now we have both our y and our x-intercepts. And we could easily graph this line by putting those 2 points and connecting them with a line. So now we're going to convert these equations into standard form. So standard form is another equation for a linear line. It's another linear equation. It has these variables as x and y, and along with them are a couple coefficients. So a and b are coefficients, and c is a constant. So make sure you get this standard form in your notes. Pause the video right now, get this in your notes if you don't have it yet. Otherwise, let's keep moving here. So y equals 6x plus 4. So we want to convert that. That's in slope-intercept form. We want to get that into standard form. So in order to do that, we have to get the x and the y on the same side, and then the 4 on the other side. So we're going to subtract 6x from both sides. That'll give us y minus 6x equals 4. But notice how we have these arranged up top. It's ax plus by. So we have to actually have our x first. So it's negative 6x plus y equals 4. Alright, we're not quite done yet because we can't have a negative number for our a, which is that negative 6. So we have to multiply everything by negative 1, and that'll give us 6x plus negative y equals negative 4. So notice that there is no b in front of y. That's because it's the same as saying negative 1y. So if we want, we could put in negative 1 there. That's the same, negative 1y. Let's go on to number 2. So y equals half x plus 8. So we're going to subtract half x from both sides. And that'll give us, I'll just rearrange it right away, that'll give us negative half x plus y equals 8. Alright, so now we have a couple problems here. We have a negative x there, and we don't want that, so let's solve that, and let's make it a little easier on ourselves as well. Let's multiply everything by -2. That way we have a nice whole number for a. So that'll give us x minus 2y equals -16. And just like the problem before, you don't see a coefficient with the x, but that's the same as saying 1x. Alright, so now we're going to find the x and the y-intercepts and then graph. So for this one, this is already in our standard form, so we don't have to worry about this being too challenging because standard form is meant to give you the x and y-intercepts pretty easily. Just like before, if we're looking for y, we're going to plug in a 0 for x, and if we're searching for x, we're going to plug in a 0 for y. So let's do that here. Let's look for our y-intercept first. So 6 times 0 minus y equals -4. So that would be -y equals -4. Let's multiply everything by -1. So our y-intercept is at +4. So this coordinate on the graph will be 0, 4. Now we're looking for our x-intercepts. We have 6x minus 0 equals -4. So minus 0 obviously doesn't do anything to us. So let's just divide both sides by 6. Divide by 6. Divide by 6. So now x equals -2/3. So that means our x-intercept is at -2/3 and 0. Alright, so let's put this on our graph. So 0, 4, so 0 up 4, put a spot right there, right there, there you go, perfect. And -2/3, 0, so we're going to go almost to 1. Right there. And let's connect these with a nice straight line. That we can represent that goes through both points.